course, the Jackson, the Jackson 5. Jackson 5, back in 1978. The second clip is of a group called 3T, Taj, TJ and Taryll, and they're the nephews of Michael Jackson and sons of Tito, who, of course, was in the Jackson 5. And we were watching you in rehearsal, and honestly, we think you're brilliant.
Thank you.
Really, they said in unison. No, you got the right. And this, because this is your
inherited your father's and your, I have to say, your uncle's talent.
This is your debut single.
Yeah.
It's gone into the top 20 in the States, and it's just coming out on release in Britain here. How have you got so smooth and measured and together, seeing as this is the first one? How long have you been practicing and putting it together?
Very, very long. Ever since TJ was about 3.
You're the youngest, TJ.
Yes, yeah, TJ's the youngest.
How old are you? 17.
And how old are you?
I'm 20.
And?
22.
22, right, okay. And so, in that case, we're at the last, what, 15 years? More or less.
Yeah.
14, 15 years, you've been doing numbers.
We used to always mimic the Jacksons, and we'd see them on TV. We try to be just like our father and uncles. I think that's like most kids, but we really wanted to be like them, so.
Does your dad approve?
Yeah.
Does he? He's happy, is he?
He's
not
very happy.
Yeah.
He's reliving his youth in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
And what about your Uncle Michael? I mean, has he seen you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
very
proud of
helpful.
this.
Look at the spatial resemblance.
Do people say
here,
to you, you in particular, you look a bit like
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, Michael hangs out with you, you play computer games a lot, don't you? And he doesn't mind when you beat him?
No, we always beat him. He doesn't get a choice.
He can't see this. we'll check.
Do you have any sisters or other brothers, or is it just the three of you?
Just us three.
Of you. So it was kind of inevitable, really, I guess. You're still at school, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
TJ? And
they're in college.
You're in college. So how often do you sort of get together? Is it?
Well, TJ has a tutor right now that travels with them, so our mother's side of the family, everybody in our family stressed education, how important it is, but really our mother and our grandmother really stressed it.
So, right, so do you feel then that, I mean, unlike the extraordinary career of your father and uncles, you've had a more regular upbringing, you know? It's not been as show busy.
Yeah.
You've not been on the road.
Right. We're starting much later than they did. Michael was on stage when he was 6, 7. And when I'm 17, the youngest. So definitely we started much later. We played Little League Baseball in LA. We had sleepover parties, and we were able to do that more than they were.
Absolutely, yeah.
Your album, I know, is dedicated to your mum, who died very tragically. Was just not very long ago, was it?
About a year and a half.
Yeah, but she loved to see you sing and dance, didn't she?
She was very
That was her most exciting moments, I think.
In fact, you couldn't, is it right? You couldn't decide what to give, was it Michael, for a birthday present? You couldn't, because what do you buy Michael Jackson, you know? So what did you do for him?
Well, I bought him a little bookend with a little kid.
Devil.
It was very nice with the structure, and he really enjoyed that, because he loves to read and learn.
We also got him 3T PJs.
Yeah.
Pajamas.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we always wear pajamas everywhere we go.
Are these pajamas?
Yeah.
What, genuine pajamas?
I'm wearing silk today. I shouldn't have done that. It's cold out there.
But I thought you didn't you do a little impromptu concert for the family as a present?
Yeah, we did. We always had Family Day,
right?
Which was a day once a month, or as often as we could.
Right.
We gathered together and we play video games or Pictionary, like win, lose, or draw, or we'd perform. So we have, we're a very close family.
You are, and I was reading in our notes and information about you this morning. I mean, you're there. You know more about Michael Jackson and all of them than anyone else does, really, and all of the commentators. And one would say that you would say this, but you do say, as far as you're concerned, he's just a regular guy.
Oh, definitely.
He's great. He's always giving to us. He gives us advice. I mean, I don't know why media try to make him seem like he's a bad guy. I don't know why
because he's mega famous.
But they don't highlight all the millions of dollars he's giving to charities and everything he's doing for. They don't care about that. They only want the bad things, and that hurts us.
There's a lot of news at the moment that he and Lisa Marie Presley are divorcing. You know her, obviously, don't you?
Yeah.
You
We met her.
Really nice
we met her
girl.
once. She was sweet. But the divorce surprised us probably as much as you did. You got surprised.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess when you're as high profile as that, you can't have an ordinary life.
Yeah,
How do you feel about the future? I mean, supposing you make it really, really big, and obviously we hope you do. And we think your record's fantastic, so we'll hear later. But just supposing you get into that superstar league, like your Uncle Michael, when you look at him, do you think, oh God, I mustn't have my life screwed up by the press, by this, by the other, by fame, by money, as much as he has?
Well, we have an advantage because we grew up in that kind of life, so we've been able to see the other side of it and take a step back and look at it. While when you're in it, it's much harder because you just have to see it.
So you think you know what the pitfalls are, and
yeah,
you'll be able to
we're
avoid
aware
them.
of them.
We've traveled with our uncle to, Japan, and a lot of other nations, and saw him in concert, and the fans there just love him, and they're all over. But that's something we want. We're not afraid of it.
No. What do you think of his number one at the moment? Do you like it?
It's number 2 now.
Has it gone down one?
But it has been number 1 for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's
Like
been knocked off by George Michael. It's a great song. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's
Well,
fabulous.
it's not bad to be knocked off by George Michael.
He reminds me of my son a bit. Dan.
Dan, a bit, yeah.
That's a bit. Anyway, right. Sorry, I've just been looking at you trying to think, who else do you remind me of apart from Michael Jackson? All right, thank you boys very much indeed.
Thank you.
We'll be hearing from you a
Very best
little
of luck. We're
later.
really glad you came on the show. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we are.
Yeah.
And